We need to have serious conversations concerning our gun laws, said a weeping mother whose child has just become another victim of gun violence. Despite all the devastation we are seeing that is created by firearms, there are still some nerdy folks who argue that we need guns. What for? You then ask. In their response, they claim that in order to solve the problem of guns once and for all, we need to have more of those firearms so that we can have more protection in our local communities. Guns were invented to shoot and to kill. That's all they know to do. Firearms cannot be kept in homes as trophies. They cannot be hanged on the walls like family portraits. They cannot be given to children as birthday presents. Most gun owners acquire their guns with very good intentions. That I can never deny. Unfortunately, they often end up falling into the wrong hands. As the old saying goes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. A gangster knows that there are several people in his neighborhood that own firearms, most of which are used for hunting. All he needs to do is sneak into one of the homes, steal a gun, use it to blow out the brains of someone he doesn't like, then secretly returns it to its place, wiped clean of all fingerprints, and no one will ever find out about his wicked deeds. I have recently heard of scenarios of people shooting others just for fun of it. One story in particular struck me. The story goes like this. There was once a gentleman jogging along the road in his neighborhood one evening. He went out for his routine running just like any other day. Then a group of youngsters drove past by in a car, looked at him, and then shot him, fatally wounding this fellow whom they have never met. They were later caught by the police and taken in for questioning. During the interrogation, they admitted that they are actually responsible for the killing, but were unable to explain the motive behind their actions. Why would you ever shoot a complete stranger, someone you have never seen in your entire life? The officer asked them. None of them came up with a reasonable explanation, but deep in their hearts they thought, we had some loaded guns. We were kind of bored in our home, so we said we should go outside to shoot some ducks. Then we came across this jogger. One of us said, "Hey, there's a deer," he aimed, and then, boom. When we realized what we had done, it was too late. There was no way we could ever bring him back. We are truly sorry for the poor guy and his family. It's just that the bullets went out of control. Despite the endless killings that are happening around the neighborhoods as a result of loose gun laws, there are still nerdy folk who believe we need more guns instead of less. They argue that the more guns that are available in a neighborhood, the safer that neighborhood is. I believe that some unscrupulous people should not be allowed to own guns. More guns in the hands of the criminals means more risky work for the police, of course. If I should become the president one day, I shall have everyone given a gun. Everyone shall be given a firearm, both the young and the old. I will issue a presidential decree which says every school-going child should be given a pistol to protect themselves in case a mad Rambo storms into their school with a loaded machine gun. If those nerdy gun lovers will not give up their firearms, then we shall all have firearms. You will see guns everywhere, at homes, schools, hospitals, churches, in the public parks, at the supermarkets, and shopping malls. I mean everywhere. You shall see guns lying about all over the place. When that happens, then will we know that we are totally safe. Our society shall be free of all danger when that time comes. Because no one will try to use a gun to assault another gun owner. We shall all have mutual respect for one another. Children shall respect their parents more, and parents shall respect their children more. What is the use of getting an assault rifle if you are not going to war? I am hearing reports that these nerdy gun lovers are advocating for the right to add an RPG to their stockpile. Whoa, wait a minute. Did you say RPG? What are you going to use an RPG for? Are you going to shoot down a plane? It becomes clear that they want not only assault rifles, but also 12mm super heavy machine guns, bazookas, a pack of grenades, an anti-aircraft, a surface-to-air missile, a tank buster, and a couple landmines. They claim to need all these in order to protect themselves from preconceived threats to feed their never-ending paranoia. Just watch out, because very soon they will be asking for nukes. You can never reason with these guys no matter how hard you try. When you ask them to abandon their beliefs for the sake of humanity, when you show them the countless innocent lives firearms have taken, they point the error to the human mind and heart. They say that guns don't kill, but it's people that kill. They say people who have intention to kill will use anything at their disposal to accomplish their wicked deeds. That there were killings all over the world long before guns arrived. The tribesmen in primitive nations killed one another using spears, arrows, and axes. The guns weren't available at the time. That the cavemen and prehistoric peoples killed one another by throwing heavy, or sharp rocks at one another. Guns weren't at the time. So why blame an innocent machine for the wickedness of man? Then there's this category of people who don't know any trade other than arms deal. They profit from selling death and destruction to society, and they will fight you tooth and nail if you try to stop them. They will viciously attack you when you show them their fault. All right, you nerdy folk. Let's hope these dangerous tools you hold so dear start wreaking havoc on you. You love them so much, you hold them so tightly to your breast, you hug them longer than you hug your own children. Sooner or later, you will be among the first to pay a price. You shall pay very dearly for your treachery, my friend. He who keeps a rattlesnake in his house as a pet shall be bitten by that same rattlesnake and lose his life. Just as snakes belong to the wild, so do the guns belong to the armory, to be used only at a time of war and tribulations.